Imagine trying to wedge like a two-story commercial movie theater screen through your standard front door.
Right, which sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. So today, our mission for you on this deep dive is to examine a very specific product listing from HDTVSupply. It's the Draper 254277 profile plus fixed frame screen.
Quite a mouthful.
It really is. But we want to figure out how engineering solves that exact absurd problem. I mean, we are looking at a 248-inch diagonal display here.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 97 by 228 inches, built in a 2.35 to 1 Cinemascope format.
Which, just for context, that 2.35 to 1, that is that ultra-wide aspect ratio you see in traditional cinemas, you know?
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's the format that gives you those sweeping panoramic landscape shots without, like, those annoying black bars at the top and bottom.
Yeah, nobody likes the black bars.
Exactly. But at nearly 20 feet wide, I mean, you aren't just hanging a television at that point. You are practically installing a structural element of the building.
Right. Okay, so let's unpack this, because buying this screen is essentially trying to fit an entire multiplex wall into your corporate boardroom or, your living space.
Yeah.
And I look at these dimensions and my brain immediately goes to, like, the stairwell pivot.
Oh, the classic moving day pivot.
Right. Like, how do you even maneuver a 20-foot rigid frame into a standard elevator?
The short answer is you don't.
You don't.
No. I mean, the designers knew a pre-built frame of that scale would be a complete logistical nightmare. So this behemoth ships entirely unassembled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the frame is actually made of these ultra-lightweight aluminum pieces that you just bolt together on site. But, the real engineering feat is the viewing surface itself. It's a specialized material called matte White XT1000V.
Wait, so it's essentially just a giant sheet of fabric.
Basically, yeah.
But if you stretch a 20-foot piece of material, wouldn't it inevitably, like, sag in the middle?
You'd think so, right? But that is the brilliance of the sliding hook and loop system they use.
Hook and loop, like Velcro.
Similar concept, yeah. Instead of snapping it in place like a basic camping tent, the tension is distributed evenly across the entire perimeter. Right? So the mechanism allows installers to make these tiny micro adjustments. It ensures the XT1000V material stays just perfectly taut and flat.
That makes a lot of sense.
And that specific matte white surface diffuses light evenly. So you don't get this blinding glare if you happen to be sitting off to the side of the room.
Yeah, and here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Because once you have this perfectly tensioned canvas on the wall, it doesn't look like some bulky gymnasium projector setup, right?
Oh, not at all.
The entire depth is less than 2 inches from the wall.
Yeah.
And you can order it with this tiny 5/8-inch bezel, or better yet, a zero-edge borderless option.
Yeah, the zero edge is amazing.
It's like an infinity pool, right? Where
Yeah.
the image just sort of bleeds right into the surrounding room.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is the actual mechanics behind that borderless option. It creates what they call a mullionless display.
A mullionless display.
Right. A mullion is usually that vertical bar that divides windows or screens, but by using extruded aluminum baffles.
Which are what, exactly?
They're essentially these precisely shaped metal ridges tucked right behind the screen's edge. By using those, they completely hide the structural support from the viewer.
Oh, wow. Ah, so the frame is essentially invisible from the front.
Precisely, which means if you needed an even larger display, you could place multiple screens side by side with zero separation.
That's insane.
Right. The hidden baffles allow them to sit completely flush against one another. It creates this totally seamless optical illusion. The viewer just sees a continuous floating image.
Okay, so what does this all mean for the wallet, right? Looking at the listing, today's price is $6,330, which is down from a retail price of nearly $8,000.
A pretty hefty discount.
It is, but here's the part that genuinely trips me up, honestly. The spec sheet explicitly lists a 1080p supported resolution.
I knew you'd bring that up.
I mean, hold on. For over $6,000 and a 20-foot canvas in this day and age, shouldn't we be talking 4K or even 8K? Like, why the step down?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, you really have to remember that this isn't an OLED television, It's a projection surface.
Right.
The screen itself doesn't actually have pixels, so that 1080p rating here just means the microtexture of the material is optimized to reflect a 1080p projector's light cleanly without distorting the image.
Oh, okay, so it's about the texture.
Exactly. And many megachurches or major corporate training rooms, which are really the primary buyers here, they're still running high-lumen 1080p projectors.
Why haven't they upgraded?
Because scaling true 4K brightness across a 20-foot wall requires an astronomically expensive projector.
Oh, I got you. Okay, that totally makes sense. You're buying the canvas, not the paint.
Exactly. Well put.
And I suppose for a commercial setup, you're really paying for reliability, too.
Absolutely. I mean, HDTV supply bundles and free USA shipping, which is basically a logistical miracle for a crate this large,
Okay.
plus a 5-year Draper warranty and lifetime tech support. You are essentially paying to entirely de-risk a major commercial installation.
It's just this crazy intersection of heavy-duty logistics and delicate optical illusions. I mean, you take an impossibly huge frame, break it down for a tight stairwell, stretch it out with perfect tension, and then hide the edges so the picture just floats.
It shifts our whole perspective on interior space, really, which leaves you with something to ponder today.
Oh, absolutely.
As these displays become increasingly colossal and, optically seamless, literally capable of merging without any visible borders, are we approaching a future where our architectural walls simply become the display?
Wow.
Like fundamentally changing how we design the physical rooms we actually live in.
It really makes you wonder if that traditional movie theater screen isn't just something you hang up anymore, but rather the room itself. Definitely something to think about the next time you stare at a blank wall. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and we'll catch you next time.